The Samaritan woman said to Jesus, "How is it that you, a Judean, ask a drink of me, a woman of Samaria?" And then the narrator gives this little gloss. "For Judeans use nothing," Letty, "in common with Samaritans. Not land, not utensils to drink and eat with, not roof over our head, not mats to lie on, nothing." Why? Jesus answered and said to her, "If you knew the gift of God and who it is who is saying to you, 'Give me a drink,' you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water." The woman said to him, "Sir, you have no bucket and the well is deep. Where do you get this living water? Are you greater than our father Jacob, who gave us the well, and with his children and his flocks drank from it?" Jesus answered and said to her, "Everyone who drinks from this water will be thirsty again. But whoever drinks of the water I shall give will never be thirsty. The water I will give will become in them a spring of water, welling up to eternal life." The woman said to him, "Sir, give me this water, so that I may never be thirsty or have to keep coming here to draw water." This opening scene is very concerned with water. Water is the theme of the whole discussion. There is much in it that would have caught the attention of ancient Mediterranean peoples. For lower class women, at least, whose daily task was to fetch water for the household, wells would have been a place of frequent gathering. See how they carry the water? Normally, however, women went to draw water in the cool of the morning or the evening. During evening and morning, the well is feminine place. It has a feminine gender. At noon, it has a masculine gender. Because in this world, and by the way, in about 80% of the world's cultures, places have genders, and sometimes they transform at different times. Stars at night are feminine, and then in the morning, they are masculine. Weird. Venus, for instance, is feminine, then becomes phosphorus in the ancient Mediterranean world in the morning. The morning star, masculine. The evening star, feminine. Isn't that interesting? Genesis chapter 24, verse 11. Near evening, at the time when women go out to draw water, he, the servant of Abraham, made the camels kneel by the well outside the city. 1 Samuel 9, verse 11. As they, Saul and his company, were going up the path to the city, they met some young women coming out to draw water. Well, it tells you what time it is, right? Must be evening or morning. And they asked them, "Is the seer, Samuel, in town?" So women went to draw water in the cool of the morning or the evening. They also did so in the company of other women, effectively making the well women's private space during the time appropriate to their being there. It's private space. The well in the Middle East is a vaginal symbol. It's synonymous with women. And biblical figures find wives at wells. Rebekah, the wife of Isaac, is found by Abraham's servant Eliezer at a well, right there in Genesis 24. And then Jacob, Isaac's son, finds his wife and beloved Rachel, and also Leah in a way, at the well. Notice, we don't get that a well is a vaginal symbol, but Moses finds his wife Zipporah at the well. Folks, What the hell is Jesus doing at the well talking to a woman? Mario.
Okay, you said you found, all these people found their wives at the well, but how these wives were arranged, these marriages were arranged? Well, how could you find them at the well?
That's a great question. In the time of nomadic, you know that marriage strategies change, right? From time to time. Is Israel's existence static? Or did it change with, you have to, in the Middle East, haven't we said that you have the ideal and the real? The ideal, when you can do it, is the preferred. If you're stationary and you've conquered the land, then you can arrange marriages in advance, right? But what if you're nomadic and you're strangers sojourning in a land? You're still going to seek out your relatives, your blood relatives, right? Because your ideal marriage partner has to be the one closest related to you without breaking incest laws, right? Right? Yeah. So you will still arrange the marriage. But that arrangement, because of distance, may necessitate a time change. So in the Middle East, the real is one thing and the ideal is the other. And you have to live with the real. You hope for the ideal. If I can't find my father's brother's daughter, I go for my mother's brother's daughter. Or my father's brother's daughter once removed. You know what I mean? I have to find the next best thing. So it's still arranged. In the case of Moses, it's a little strange with Moses. But with Jacob, Jacob and Isaac married in family. They married and they're still endogamous. Moses is the strange one. And that's why his son is named literally Gershom, which means a stranger. Gershom, a strange name. A stranger. Gershom. But then Moses is strange. He starts off as an Egyptian, right? Pulled out of Egypt. Then he becomes Israelite. You know, it's like his life reflects the existence of Israel. You were no people and now you're my people. Right? So things happen that are strange, but the norm is the preferred.
Well, Moses' wife didn't believe in God, right?
Yes, she did. Sure, she did. They all did.
Well, I remember him saying, she said, oh, you know, he's God. Like, it wasn't her God.
His God. Where is that in the text?
I don't remember, but maybe I'm remembering from the movie.
A lot of times we remember the things from the movies.
Yeah, I guess.
A lot of times.
But they were not the same ethnic group, right?
No, they weren't. No, they weren't. That's a strange situation. But then again, Moses is a strange character. Is it the norm to be enslaved and part of another people way away from your native land? Is that the norm? Let me ask you something. If the only other human being you ever met was a hunchback, would you think that that's the norm? Existence? All right. You've met people that are not hunchbacks, yes, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think it's wise to judge everything, to judge human physical appearance by one hunchback out of 10 million people? Is that wise to do that? So if we have a situation and we see through many times observing something, and then we see one perturbance, we should judge all those by the perturbance, right? The perturbance is how we should judge it. No. The perturbance is one example. How do we weigh? What do we weigh first? Do we weigh what is going to be our scales, our means of weighing this situation? That's what we have to think. That's what we have to think. The fact that the woman at the well is alone and that she comes at midday when the other village women are not there suggests that this Samaritan woman has been shunned by the other women.
Ill reputation.
Which is common to all Mediterranean people, Samaritans included. She is perhaps seen as socially deviant. John chapter 4, verses 16 to 18. Jesus said to her, "Go call your husband, come back." The woman answered and said to him, "I have no husband." Jesus said to her, "You are right in saying, 'I have no husband,' for you have had 5 husbands, and the one you have now is not your husband. What you have said is true." Compliments her twice. You are right in saying. Here's a little indicator. We learned about truth and lies, and how lying in the Middle East is not the same as lying in our culture. In situations where you are a collectivistic, group-centered personality, who do you owe truth to? Your in-group. Does this woman, this Samaritan woman, just tell Jesus the truth? No, that's not, you're not reading. Read the text. Read the text. Jesus, the woman answers, "I have no husband." What does Jesus say?
So she did tell him.
Does she owe him the truth as an outsider?
No.
That she told him the truth, what does that tell you she has become to Jesus? See, let me explain something. When you read the text and you read them with the Western eyes, you don't understand what you're reading. And the best you can hope for is sentimentality. That's the best you can hope for. When you read it with culturally informed eyes, oh my God, I didn't even see that. Through this conversation, something's being transformed. That Jesus would be there in the heat of the day is perhaps not surprising, but that he would talk to the woman in what is now public space is astonishing indeed. John 4:29, the woman tells the villagers, "Come and see a man who told me everything I've ever done. Can this be the Christ?" Men were expected not to talk to strange women in public, all over the Mediterranean, Middle East. Hey, thanks for watching. Just continue the playlist for the next part of the study. If you have further questions, this is good. They will get addressed, so keep watching. If you found value, please subscribe, like, and share. As always, questions, comments, and criticisms are most welcome. God bless you.